Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough with the weekend round wins for Pro Division on Digital Tournament. In this video I will go through front 9 holes. I'll give you the best advice of the shots that I made. Those shots are made for Tommy's Pro Guide, so you can find it in the description down below. You have the link to his Patreon. Before we go, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Without anything else, let's go into it. On hole number 1, we are playing with our extra mile. And here we are playing with the Titan, and at plus 14 yard mark at the top of it, with a red ring by the rough, we are adding 2 top spin and 1.5 right spin. We are playing this one 10% max. We're adjusting the rings. And it's time to take our shot. Here we are not placing any curl whatsoever. Try not to overpower it or underpower it, because we are looking for specific yardages to get and a specific place to get as well. So here we get 355 yards. Let's move on the approach shot. On the approach shot, we are using our thorn, and we're checking to see where we are on the distance. And here we are placing first around 2 topspin to see if we are in the sticky spot, and we are. And after that, we are placing that to the hole. So don't go through the hole, because you can get a glitch roll. If you have a Thor's hammer level 8 and 9, I think you're gonna have the same ball guide as a Thor's hammer level 7. So I'm close to being at the hole, just a bit slight short. So I'm using here 1.8 topspin, and the side spin can vary depending on if you hit a great left or a great right or a perfect. After that, I'm adjusting 0% elevation. Try to hit here perfect, and you're gonna get that nice sticky spot rolling towards the hole for a nice eagle. I never missed this one with a perfect shot, so good luck on that. Let's move on to hole number 2. Okay, on hole number 2, we're gonna play this one with the katana. We're placing 4 topspin and 3 left spin. Setting up the spins there, and it's time to to find our landing position. We are gonna place our landing position with a transparent ring by the end of the rough. So you're seeing that I'm moving it around. I'm also placing, I think, from this side, looking at the ball guide to be at the hole. And now it's time to adjust. This wind, it's nice because we don't have to push back or pull up rings, because we are going into a lower point or a higher point. Pretty much is the same elevation. So you just need to adjust. And here we are using 30% elevation. And in this particular wind angle, I think I needed a click of right spin. I did it in there, but I don't think it was needed. Go without any clicks of right spin here. Try to go and hit perfect. So it dropped for me multiple times. Hope it drops for you as well. Let's move on to hole number 3. On hole number 3, we're gonna go with the extra mile and the zerg. I don't have a zerg, so I used a special ball, which is a P5 win 3 ball. But a zerg, it's actually better than this ball, because you will have a easier shot. Because we're gonna have more wind, and you can push more. That will gonna make when you're going with full OP less shaky. So I'm adjusting here max plus 10, and then I am pushing up to back to plus 28. So I was at plus 28 with my landing position. I pushed back to plus 28. Extra mile level 9, we're gonna be at plus 27, and 6 and 7 we're gonna be at max. So the place you are on your landing position is the place you're gonna push back. So after that, go with full overpower and around one ball of right curl. Let's move on the approach shot. On the approach shot, we are using our Goliath, and we're placing the inner ring by the end of the rough, and then together with one right spin and the 4.5 top spin, we are moving it towards the right edge of the cup. The ball guide for Goliath level 6 and 7, it's not that great. So if you have an 8 and a 9, you'll be just on the left side of the pin, touching the hole with the left side of the your ball guide. Here I'm adjusting minus 10% at taking the plus numbers as a reference. And then it's time to take our shot. And this one goes really, really nicely, hitting the pin there for a nice albatross. I did get it as well multiple times in practice, and also got it for real. So let me know if you dropped it. Let's move on to hole number 4. On hole number 4, we can forget that we have a wind app. So we're gonna go with the 2.9 backspin. The easiest way to do that is having a basic ball and then switch back to a navigator after you're setting the spins. I'm setting the top of my yellow ring by the end of the rough there with the ball guide at the hole. Here, this was money, didn't need any wind tweaks or whatsoever. Dropped every single time with a lot of different wind angles. So it's just 1 to 1 minus 0.1 as adjustment. We're adjusting here 5.1 rings, trying to center the ball inside the rings there. Hit it perfect, land nice on the rough there, and gets in, hitting the pin for a nice hole in one. Hope hole number 4 was helpful. Let me know in the comments down below. And let's move on to hole number 5. On hole number 5, we're gonna use our rock because it's more accurate. And here I am placing my rock level 7 at plus 9. So at the top of the plus 9, I'm using around 1.9 top spin together with 1.5 left spin, and adjusting here max plus 5%. If you have a different level of the rock, you're gonna have to adapt that. For example, rock level 8 will be at plus 4, and rock level 9 will gonna be at plus 3. After adjustment, I'm pushing up one ring. If I'm not able to push up, like in the video here, I'm going with a bit of overpower. Trying to hit this one perfect, a great left placed me into the bunker. Great rights were always safe and perfect. So let's move on to the approach. On the approach, we're gonna have a thorn. With a thorn, we are checking our landing spot, our reference check. And with that, I'm trying to actually place 3.5 backspin and 0.5 right spin to aim my ball guide at the hole. Don't place more than 0.5 left spin here because you're gonna miss it left. So the backspin can vary, but the left spin not. So at plus 6, I was 40% slider. So I adjusted that and took my shot, hit it a perfect And this one went in beautifully in the center of the hole there for a nice eagle. Let's move on to hole number 6. Hole number 6, we're gonna go with the big topper. Here we are placing a max topspin and one left spin. And we are setting up with the yellow ring at the bottom of the plus 12. So exactly when it changed from plus 11 to plus 12, that's your landing spot. I'm adjusting this one max plus 15. And after adjustment, very important, push back one ring. Otherwise, you can risk to clip the rock and on the first bounce, and you're gonna be in a bad spot to get even the eagle. Here I'm going with the inner wall, one ball of curl inner wall. Great left, great right was safe, also perfect. Try to hit perfect because it's gonna give you the best chance possible for getting here an albatross. Let's move on the approach shot. Here we're gonna play with the sniper. We are checking at the pin for reference plus numbers. And then we're gonna place our yellow ring by the end of the rock. After that, we are placing around close to one backspin, but sometimes that can vary. We're always going with 0.5 right spin. After we're okay with the ball guide going exactly centered on the hole there, we are adjusting our rings. Plus 6 at the pin check, it was 60% slider. Adjusted the rings, hit it perfect. Nicely bounced on that rough and goes into the hole for a lovely albatross. Let me know you drop it as well. Let's move on to hole number 7. Hole number 7, another par 3. Here, we're gonna start with the navigator, placing 5 backspin and 1 left spin. After setting the spin, you're gonna have very hard to see there, but there is a small tip of the ball guide that you have to place it at the hole. So after you're managing to do that, you're gonna end up with a mid plus 10 adjustment. And I think it's around 1 to 1 minus 0.2. So we're trying to adjust properly. And time to take our shot. Here we hit it perfect. Bounce nicely on the rough and goes in, hitting the pin for a nice hole in one. I had different wind angles. All the wind angles played with the same elevation. No tweaks needed. So let's move to hole number 8. Hole number 8, we are playing with the extra mile, and the wind is very favorable to actually go over on the left side here. We are playing with 4.2 topspin and 2 left spin using a Titan. And after adjustment, max plus 10 here, we were gonna have to do a bit of a push-up. So after adjustment, I am pushing back up 1.6 rings. I'm starting with the plus 14, EM 9, we're gonna start at plus 13, and EM 7 and 6, we're gonna start at max distance. I'm going with half a ball of curl, and I am seeing not to do any underpower here. I placed the overpower before the circle was dropping to actually get this shot done. So let's go on the approach shot. On the approach shot, we're gonna go with the thorn. We're gonna find our min line over there. And after that, we are gonna push around 2 rings up. Going with the just backspin, we're gonna place approximately 2 bars. Gonna have the ball guide a bit short on the hole. Third bounce, it's close to being at 1 ring short of the hole, pointing directly at the pin. I'm adjusting this one min plus 10. And it's time to take our shot. We are centering there and hitting perfect. This goes nicely on the left side of the hole, but we'll take it for a nice eagle. In case you are clipping the rough on your way out, it's gonna be a bit shorter. So you're gonna have to find your landing position based on your drive distance. And after that, you're gonna play this one, not 10%, but you're gonna have to go with 20% at the drive distance to make a slider. Here we are adjusting close to mid distance, I guess. And take your shot. Went in directly centered, hitting the pin there for the same result as an eagle. If you do want to check all the options out, don't forget to click the link for Tommy's Patreon in the description down below and be a subscriber. Let's move on to hole number 9. On hole number 9, wind it's again favorable with us, and we're gonna play with the big topper level 4 plus. I'm placing at max distance exactly at the intersection between the rough and the fairway, going with max topspin and 1 right spin. I'm using here Kingmaker, but you can use also a Titan for getting even more wind. Getting more wind, you're gonna have a slower needle when you're gonna go with full OP, because we're adjusting and not pushing up, and going with full OP and half a ball of curl. Great left, great right, perfect was safe. So there is a lot of fairway in front of us to play with. So here we are expecting to get around 400 yards, more or less. Here we have 408. Let's move on the approach shot. Here we're gonna go with the sniper, and we are using minus 5%. We are close to being around, I don't know, 25 to 30% slider. So we counted the rings to determine that. I used the 2.5% slider per ring for sniper. I placed 4 topspin and then the side spin to place it in the middle, in between the bunker and the rough. Don't place more than 4 topspin because there's a glitch roll if you're doing that, and you can roll into the bunker. So be careful. Maximum 4 topspin over here. Try to hit perfect and get as much distance as you can get with only that topspin. So that was the second shot. Let's move on to the third. And on the third shot, we are in a good position for the thorn. We are doing a pin check there. At +6, we were at 94%. After seeing that that pin check, we are placing with the inner ring by the intersection between the rough and the fairway. Here I'm going with 2 top spin and 2 right spin, placing the ball guide at the hole. After doing that, it's time for adjusting. Here I had already the slider in the app and the elevation set, so just needed to count the rings and pull straight. After that, center the ball and take a perfect shot. I never missed it with the perfect, so hope you're not too. This is not giving us an LB chance, not even with the highest level clubs that we can actually have. Guys, thank you for watching this playthrough. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up. The link to Tommy's Patreon and the guide can be found in the description of this video. So until I'm posting the back nine, don't forget to place also that notification bell to not miss it when I'm doing that. Stay safe and good luck on your rounds. Bye bye.